As-salaam wa-alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Year 6 of the 17 Verses podcast. I'm your host, Maher Haq. In this podcast, we take a small selection from the Quran every day and recite it to you in plain English, so you can get a small slice of God's Word while you go about your day. By averaging 17 verses per day, we're able to break the Quran down into manageable pieces and finish it in 1 year. If you enjoy the podcast, please help spread the word. Tell your friends and family, subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you get your podcasts, and write us a review. Show notes and a text episode can be found at 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Today's selection is from Surah 26, Ash-Shu arã, or the Poets, verses 105 through 122. These verses relate the story of Prophet Noah, his dialogue with his people, and the subsequent destruction of the disbelievers. I chose this selection because Prophet Noah's story is about starting over. Maybe you can't destroy every bad thing in your world, but think about how you can start over, how you can purge any negative influences and make your life better in the coming year, spiritually and otherwise. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. The people of Noah also rejected the messengers. Remember when their brother Noah asked them, "Have you no fear of Allah? Rest assured that I am a trustworthy messenger of God towards you, so fear God and obey me. I do not ask you for any reward for my services, for my reward will be given by the Lord of the worlds, so fear God and obey me." They replied, "Should we believe in you whereas your followers are but the lowest of the low?" Noah said, "I have no knowledge as to what they have been doing. Their account is the concern of my Lord. If you could use your common sense. I am not going to drive away any believer. I am nothing but a plain warner." They said, "O Noah, if you do not stop, you shall be stoned to death." Noah prayed, "O Lord, my people have disobeyed me. Decide the case between me and them openly. Deliver me and the believers who are with me." So we granted his prayer, delivered him and those with him in the laden ark, and drowned the rest in the flood. Surely in this story there is a great lesson, but most of these people do not learn a lesson and become believers. The fact is that your Lord is the mighty, as well as the merciful. Ameen. This concludes today's episode of the 17 Verses podcast. I hope that this selection helps increase your understanding of the Holy Quran just a little bit. If you like the podcast, you can subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher and write us a review. Or you can grab the RSS feed and put it into your own podcast app. The show notes, including a text version of this episode, can be found by going to 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Thank you, and be well.